All right, diving right in today, and we are talking about acupressure for hip pain, which I know a lot of you have been asking about.
Yeah, it's a popular one.
It is. And, we're taking a look at this through the lens of traditional Chinese medicine, TCM for short, because who wants to say that whole thing every time?
Right.
And we're going deep on excerpts from what seems to be a really in-depth acupressure course that someone submitted. So, listeners, if this was you, thank you. This is fascinating.
Yeah, and one of the most interesting things about TCM in general is how it approaches something like pain.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
So it's not just about masking the pain,
All
right?
right.
It's like if you have a headache, it's not just about taking a pill to make the headache go away. It's about figuring out why you have that headache in the first place.
Oh, I like that. So it's about getting to the root of the problem, not just putting a Band-Aid on it.
Exactly. And with hip pain specifically, TCM is often looking at things like key stagnation and blood stasis.
Okay, so less about the actual bones and muscles themselves and more about the energy flow in the body.
Exactly. So chi, right, that's your vital energy. Think of it as your life force.
Okay, yeah, I've definitely heard of qi before.
Yeah, and when your ki is flowing smoothly, everything's good. But when it gets stuck, when it stagnates, that's when you start to have problems, like that achy, stiff feeling you get in your hips after sitting for a long time.
Oh, okay, I feel that.
Right. We all do. And then blood stasis, that's kind of similar. Think of it as sluggish circulation.
So like that heavy, maybe even a little numb or cold feeling you can get.
Yeah, exactly. And TCM believes that by addressing these imbalances, we can find relief from hip pain.
That's amazing. It's like instead of just looking at the symptom, you're looking at the whole system.
Exactly. It's all connected.
So how do we actually start to address those imbalances?
Well, acupressure can be a really powerful tool for that. The source you sent actually lists out some really specific points that can be helpful for hip pain.
Let's hear about those points.
So one of the key ones is GB34, also called Yanglingquan in Chinese.
GB34, Yangling Quan. Okay, I've got that written down. So where is this magical point?
If you run your hand down the outside of your leg, just below your knee, there's like a little depression there, almost like right where your thumb naturally falls if you were cupping your knee. That's it. That's GB34.
Okay, I think I'm finding it. What's so special about this spot?
Well, it's all about tendons and joints, you
Yeah.
see. It's a major point on the gallbladder meridian.
Oh, the meridians. Remind us what those are again.
Right. So meridians are like these channels of energy that flow through your body, and TCM sees them as super important. Each one's connected to different organs and functions.
And this one, GB34, it's affecting the gallbladder meridian specifically, even though it's like on our knee.
Exactly. It's not about the physical gallbladder itself, but more about the energy flow along that meridian and how it impacts things like your hips.
Wow. Okay, so if someone's got that stiff, achy kind of hip pain, this GB34 might be a good one to try.
It could be, yeah. And actually, if you follow that gallbladder meridian down your leg, there's another point that's worth knowing about. GB37, or Guangming.
All right, GB37, Guangming, lead the way. Where do we find that one?
So for this one, you're going to want to go down to your ankle. It's about 5 finger widths above your outer ankle bone. Like imagine you're tying a ribbon around your ankle right there.
Okay, so if GB34 is like the command center, is this one like a booster shot for that meridian?
Kind of, yeah. It can help with hip and leg pain, but it's also thought to benefit the eyes.
It's wild how connected everything is.
It really is. Now, while we're on the subject of the gallbladder meridian, there's one more point in the excerpts that I want to mention. GB41, or Zelenki.
Okay, GB41, Zelinki. Got it. Tell me more.
This one is a little trickier to find. It's actually between the bones of your 4th and 5th toes. So like between your pinky toe and the one next to it, you got to get in there a little bit.
Okay, like I'm trying to give my pinky toe a really good high five.
Exactly. And gently pressing there can be really helpful for specific types of hip and leg pain.
It's really amazing, though, how each point can be so precise, but then also connected to this bigger picture of energy.
Totally. And speaking of bigger pictures, we can't forget about BL40 or Weishong.
BL40, Weissam. All right, and another one for the list. Where are we on the body now?
Back of the knee. So imagine you've been on your feet all day,
Oh, I know that feeling.
right? And your lower back and hips are killing you. Well, BL40 is like a magic button for releasing tension in your hips, lower back, even sciatica pain.
That sounds like a point for me. Where is it exactly?
It's right in the middle of the crease behind your knee, kind of in that soft, fleshy part.
Okay, so if GB34 is on the outer side of the knee, this is right in the center of the back of the knee. Got it. And you said that's BL40. Any other points around there?
Actually, yeah. If you slide your fingers down from BL40, Right behind your outer ankle bone, you'll find BL64 or Jingu.
BL64 Jingu. Okay, what's this one all about?
This one works with your bladder meridian, another one of those energy pathways. Stimulating this point, it's like a gentle nudge to get that energy flowing smoothly again, and it can be super helpful for hip and leg pain.
So, BL64, a little nudge for the bladder meridian, check. What else can you tell me about that point?
It's often used for lower back pain, too.
Interesting. So even though we're talking about hip pain, a lot of these points address multiple things at once.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of TCM, right? It's all connected. Oh, and while we're down by the ankle, this is actually one more point from the excerpt I want to mention. BL65 or Shugu,
BL65, Shigu. Okay. Where's that one hiding?
right behind the ball of your foot, by your pinky toe. It's another great point for releasing tension in the hips, legs, and lower back.
Okay, so we've covered points near the knee, the ankle, any other areas that we should have on our radar.
Absolutely. We can't forget about ST36. This one's a superstar in the world of acupressure.
All right, bring on the superstar. What's the official name for that one again?
Zizanli.
Zuzanli. Okay. Where do we find this superstar?
So measure 4 finger widths below your kneecap on the outer side of your leg, but this time you want to move just a smidge towards your shin bone.
Okay, so not directly below the kneecap, but kind of off to the side a bit. Got
Gotcha.
it. And what makes ST36 so special?
It's known for boosting your energy, like a total system reboot, but it's also amazing for pain relief, including hip pain.
So it's kind of like a multi-purpose point. I like it.
Exactly. And, when you look at all these points together,
Yeah, what strikes me is how interconnected they all are. It's not just about treating one specific symptom in isolation. It's about restoring balance to the whole system.
exactly. And the cool thing is the source actually mentions combining these acupressure points with some specific muscle and tendon techniques.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a 1-2 punch.
Exactly. And remember, all this amazing information comes from a larger course created by Eric Duchesne, who has, get this, over 35 years of experience in alternative medicine.
35 years. That's incredible.
Right, the man knows his stuff.
He really does. So, listeners, have you experimented with acupressure for your hip pain? We'd love to hear about your experiences. Hit us up on social media and let's keep this conversation going.